Hello everyone. I know it's been a while since I've unboxed some Nendoroids, and I've got a plethora of backlog that I need to open. Not to mention the two, well, soon to be four Twisted Wonderland Nendoroids that I have to unbox. So, we're going to start going through these. I'm just going to do one at a time, but I'll probably do like a couple the same day and just upload the videos, like a couple days apart. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at Lavi from D.gray. Now, D.gray came out like, is it the late 2000 or early 2010, somewhere around there. So it's been a good while since they originally came out. Then they had they came back for another season, but Lavi was always my favorite. So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get Lavi. So yeah, pre-ordered him. I've heard some mixed reviews about him, so I just figured I'd go ahead and check him out myself. But I do like the whole box design. With the triangles and the white on the front, the top, and the bottom. And if you can see, they do kind of the same pattern in the black around the box as well. So it's pretty cool. And you got a seal of authenticity. So, but yeah, I really am looking forward to getting him posed. I feel like it's going to be a little difficult, so I thought I'd run a little bit of the difficulty through y'all if he is kind of more difficult to pose and stuff. And he does come with a separate head for his hair being down without the without his bandana. So wondering which hair is going to be going to work better. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Okay, so here we are. We have his, this is the main blister. He also comes with his stand and parts separate. And you know how I feel about and I think everybody in the Nendoroid community doesn't really care for this because it makes it hard to keep up with your parts, especially if you don't have. I mean, I keep all my extra parts in the box, so it kind of makes it hard to keep up with this. I know some people put their stuff in like drawers or separate containers and they mark it and label it. I'm not to that level yet because I still keep the boxes, and so I kind of feel like if I'm keeping the boxes and having extra space for storage for parts, I feel like that's double the amount of space that you would need, and I don't have enough space for that. Anyways, enough of the rambling. He comes with, here's the main body. Here he has an alternate faceplate and the second alternate faceplate that comes with the alternate head. And it is nicely wrapped for you. I would just, feeling it right now, I would just be careful because he is really spiky in parts and you don't want to break and or hurt yourself, because especially like this one right here, you could do some damage. And then of course his weapon and the hand holding the book. This little packet right here, let me go ahead and pull it out. It comes with it comes with one bent arm, and then this one is kind of like the side arm. I think let's see, yeah, he's separated at that, his arm's separated at that point. So you have an extra bent one, you have a bent leg, a peace sign hand, which that's cute, and then of course the heart. It looks like it's just going to be attached on the inside of the hair, but yeah, that's really cute too. But like I said, I get these little packets. Anyways, let's go ahead and get him up and posed in a couple of poses, shall we? And see how difficult it's going to be. I really want to try the one where he's kind of standing on his hammer. So I just feel like that one's going to be a little bit more difficult to pull off. But anyways, I shall be right back. All right, here is his first pose. I decided to do two poses in one. They have him reading the book. I have him reading the book, and then holding his weapon. There is one hand that comes with the bent forearm. That has the gripping hand. So I just took that out and replaced that. There was another hand that kind of like holds, where he holds his, it makes it look like he's holding his scarf. And I switched that out for the book hand. Now, something that I thought was so cool, like, okay, so I think his scarf is connected or attached to the body, but his front part of his scarf moves, and then the back part is on this little ball joint. And to me, that ball joint is not like, I've seen, like, I have the Russia Nendoroid, and like his ball joints on his scarf is just really big and kind of protruding, and they kind of get in the way. If you're looking at it straight on, it's not horrible, but still they're kind of big and bulky. Where this is really kind of as seamless as you can get with a ball joint, and I was just kind of like really impressed with that. His hair, I think his hair was done great. I don't understand. I think there's like a little gap right there. I think that might be what people complained about, because I did hear something about a gap in his hair. I haven't tried the other one yet. It may be this right here. But like I said, it's not as, I've had gaps worse than that. Like, he's actually one of my favorite of the JoJo Nendoroids, Josuke. Josuke has a noticeable gap in his, and I still love him to death. Like this, I really do think that they did a decent job on that. And then plus, like, if you really wanted to, I bet you could put some heat on that and push it together, and it might actually help. But thus far, I'm kind of impressed. And I mean, like, even the divide of his forearm is not really noticeable because it's so far up and you have the white. I love when they do that kind of stuff. I just hate when it's a bare arm and there's nothing decorated for there to show a clear divide, and so it just looks like the skin was cut. Anyways, and also, just so you know, I know some Nendoroids, like the Asuka pilot suit Nendoroid, I believe she has eye underneath, and her eye patch is just connected to her hair. This eye patch is just drawn on to his face plates. So, not a big deal, especially with his character, and just like how I've noticed that they've done it thus far. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try to put him in the action pose now. So everybody wish me luck. So here he is in all his glory. I switched out the faceplate. Now, a note about the faceplate, and I think we've been seeing that in a lot of Nendoroids lately. The default face fits a lot better than some of the extra faceplates initially. So you have to give a little bit of a force to make sure that it's like completely in, because when I first put the faceplate on, he had like a really bad noticeable gap, and I was like, okay, let me open it back in, and I just kind of gave him a little bit more force on the face, and I heard it pop in, and then put it on, and the gaps like really not noticeable except for like a little bit right there on his bandana. I think he looks great. I love this faceplate. Now a tip, you do have to put this in upside down to where you have a diagonal, and it's just that you have to kind of like turn the shoulder and kind of like this other part until you get it the right angle that you want it. I'd also suggest using the middle peg to put the spear part of the hammer in. That way it gives it a little bit more stability. But yeah, this may be the way that I pose him. I'm going to try to put him in my display case for my shonen Nendoroids, but I'm just afraid that if I do, like, he might be too tall for it, because it basically is like because somebody posted it online about a bat display case and how you could put Nendoroids in there, and so it was on sale at Michael's, so I got it one time, and I put all my shonen Nendoroids in there. And I really would like to put him in there like this, but he may not fit in there like this, so I may like not put him in there right now, and just see if he'll fit at a later date. But I really do love this pose. I'm kind of sad that I did this as the second pose, because I have to take him out of this and then have to like try to recreate it, because I still want to show y'all his extra hairpiece and the heart that you can use. Anyways, I shall be right back with that. And here's his final pose. I decided to show you with the extra faceplate before I put the heart in. But yeah, just so you know, this one was hard to get open. So just be very careful. I just kind of like wiggled at these points. But yeah, it was hard to get this hair open. I do like the fact that they actually give you the extra neck joint. So in all intents and purposes, if you are into both Nendoroids and Nendoroid dolls, it's basically have two for the price of one. Like if you have an extra Nendoroid body or one of the Nendoroid more bodies, you can use his hair and put that on them, like maybe have him in a suit, because I know they have the suit ones and the wedding ones. But yeah, super cute. I decided just to give him the bent arm with the peace sign. That way I don't have to worry about shifting this anymore when I put it back. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put in the hearts for y'all, and then I'll have my final thoughts. Okay, just wanted to show y'all this real quick. So it's only meant for this hairpiece, the one with his hair down. As you see, they have like a little indentation with a peg, and you got the same one in the heart. So it's real easy to put it in, but it's only for this particular part, which is it kind of sucks, because this would be a cute part to use for other Nendoroids, but I think I've seen other Nendoroids that have something similar where you can just slide the part in. But this is specifically for this particular hairpiece. All right, so this is the last little bit. It was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was. There's like a little part in the plastic on the inside where it's part of like his bangs or something, and it kind of comes up where the peg thing is flat. I think they should have kind of not made that piece of plastic like come up so it lay more flush. I kind of took the heart off and just I basically like just put that part in and then put the heart on after. But either way you go, you kind of still see it in certain angles. You still see the eye, which is okay, because you're not really going to display it with it being like that. But just so you know, you might have to sit here and fiddle around and move the heart around so that it completely covers it from the angle that you're displaying it at. Anyways, that aside, and then again, like I took this off, I tried taking this hairpiece off again, and it was a little on the difficult side even the second time taking it off. That being said, there's really not too much that I have to complain about this figure. Like, I'm really surprised because I heard in the community where some people were complaining about him, about his quality, and I'm just like, I'm sitting here going, I actually think he's a pretty decent Nendoroid. Like, he's one of the ones that I've had the least amount of problems with, even with all of his extra accessories. Anyways, yeah, I'm super happy with him. If you like D.gray, man, I'd suggest him in a heartbeat, especially if you're a Lavi fan like me. I would bite the bullet and get him. I think he's a good Nendoroid. Real cute, comes with a variety of poses. And yeah, like I think he's a really good Nendoroid, and I highly suggest him. Well, if you like this kind of stuff, leave a like, subscribe. Maybe let me know what Nendoroid from past series you would like to see. I know they've been going down the nostalgia road lately. Good Smile has, so it would be kind of interesting to see more. I know I would love to see an Oh My Goddess Nendoroid, and the fact that they are doing a Fushigi Yugi Nendoroid just blew my mind. Because I thought I would see an Oh My Goddess before I would see Fushigi Yugi, but at this point anything's possible. I do really like them doing Nendoroids from older series, because some of these older series really didn't get a whole lot of love as far as figures and merchandising was concerned. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time. Later.